What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. I just keep seeing different videos where people keep saying Errol Spence need to retire and all kind of crazy stuff, man. The man had one bad fight and they basically trying to say his career over. Man, these dudes way out, man. Floyd Mayweather got a lot of people spoiled in boxing. You thinking that if you lose a fight, your career over. I mean, that's ludicrous, especially somebody at Errol, Bud, Canelo, anybody at the highest level and then had multiple belts. And whether it been different divisions or just one division where you beat three different champions to get three different titles, and all of a sudden you can't fight. That's just these dudes is something else out here, man. I mean, man, these dudes is what they call a prisoner of the moment. You know, I think I would just say I ain't gonna speak for nobody else. I can speak for myself. I can say I had somewhat unrealistic expectations of Spence in that particular fight due to all the time that he spent out of the ring. And you forget about the little accident he had. Not that I think he got hurt in any kind of way, but they might have kept him out the gym for a month or so. You know the shit these doctors do. And he it's bad enough he don't fight. He ain't fought regular in over probably about 5 years. Then you sit out the ring damn near 2 years and jump in there with the best dude in the division, and that's been preparing for you for the last couple of years. So I mean, it really when you look at it from all realistic expectations, it kind of happened like it probably should have. I mean, he got touched up some, but I done seen a lot of fighters get beat way worse than that. I mean, y'all got to be kidding me. I mean, if that's the case, Manny Pacquiao should have never fought again after Marquez put him straight to sleep in the ring. I mean, get the hell out of here. It's been way. I mean, Floyd beat Arturo Gotti damn near to death in there. Did nobody throw it? They ain't say he was washed. So it's just it's just man, dudes. I think a lot of people mad about the little money they lost. That might have something to do with some people feelings, but for the most part, a dude ain't been to the Olympics and beat all these champions and can't fight. But I could say this: I saw it as soon as the first round was over, which I felt like he won. He wasn't ready. I didn't feel like he couldn't fight no more. I felt like he wasn't ready yet to be in that fight because of the time he spent out the ring. And who's to say he might be, who's to say if he was sparring with the same dudes he been sparring with? I don't think they respected Terrence Crawford in the fashion that they should have, just because what happened with Danny Garcia and Ugas. I think Spence himself had a little unrealistic expectations, unless he just was thirsty for that money. But I don't think he was so thirsty that he wanted to go in there and get beat down like he did. I think a lot of that was not just him, his trainer not giving Crawford the proper respect he deserved and getting ready in a proper fashion for the type of fight you was finna have, and knowing this ain't a guy you can take lightly. Now, I do agree with a lot of people where, yeah, Spence do make a lot of mistakes. He do, but Bud make mistakes too. And if you and your trainer have been focused, or especially the trainer watching film on a guy you supposed to be getting in the ring with, you supposed to be ready for them tails. I saw him, and I guarantee you, if Spence went back and watched the fight again, he can see he's seen them. All fighters make mistakes. It's just about, hey, can you prepare properly for them and capitalize when you see them. Bud was waiting on Spence to make his mistakes, and Errol didn't have didn't look like he had that type of data in his repertoire, because I don't think they prepared for Bud in the fashion that Bo Magnum prepared Bud to fight him. That go for, like I say, like Floyd Mayweather always said, it's a whole conglomerate. The fighter, the team, it all worked hand in hand. The team ain't no better than the fighter, and the fighter ain't no better than the team. So y'all got to stay on one page. And I say it to the cows come home. I just don't see it being no coincidence that Earl and Frank Martin fought that close to each other, and both of them look terrible. I mean, I think Derrick James think he doing a good job, but he not doing the same job he was. He can't because he got too many more fighters, and don't look like he got no staff or trainers or coaches to help him train these dudes. So I just wouldn't if I was Earl, he wouldn't have had none. Earl is the reason why all this is happening for Derrick James. And Earl is supposed to be his number one priority, and it don't look like nobody is his number one priority but himself right now. I think that money that got to him, and I definitely the popularity have, and I just hope Earl either Derrick James then came. Hopefully, he then came back down to earth with the losing two fights, really three if they'd have called it right in 1 year, right after he got them awards. That goes to show you can't get them awards and then think you ain't gotta keep working just as hard as you did to get where you got. It's the same way for a trainer that it is a fighter. And if any part of the team starts slacking, it's gonna show up in the ring, and it showed up loud and clear in that fight against Terrence Crawford. So I really believe if Earl gonna fight him again, I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt and say this time he gonna uh, be ready to go. Be getting that ring ready to go and fight like he know how to fight. That ain't to say who would have won or lost. That's to say he could have fought way 10 times better than that. I could just write a list of shit he could have did down and made the fight a lot different. I mean, seriously, and I think some of it, like I say, once you get in the ring, I think he got that ring and realized once he got in there, he wasn't ready, and it's too late now. And him being a true fighter, tried to fight, was gonna fight his way through it, and I hope he could catch Bud with something big. He caught him good when he came out in the third round, but wisely, Bud took a couple of steps back, stayed away from him, and got through that round. You know, just didn't let him really get going like he wanted to in that round. Although I felt like Spence won the first and the third. That was it. After that, Bud took off. When he came out in the fourth round, he switched his strategy and started stepping to Spence and started bringing the power, bringing the punches to him. And he kept, Bud changed up so much stuff in the ring. He changed. He did two or three different things in the course of that fight. Was Spence was doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, and it was the same. It made it easier for Crawford because by him kept coming in there straight on the line and not moving his head and not getting, knowing where the proper distance was, getting teed off on, and all that come from uh, inactivity and no film study, no real film study. You gotta look at that. That's what the film out there for. I think a lot of guys lie and say they don't look at film. Certain fighters. I mean, you can tell when a guy, unless they trainer done looked at plenty, but you can tell when a guy is prepared. And Earl clearly wasn't. But just because he lost a fight, I mean, I don't care if you lose one or two fights. It depends on who you lose to and what stakes is on. Like it didn't hurt Canelo to lose to Floyd Mayweather. That shit it helped him. Uh, it had it didn't hurt to me. It didn't hurt Spencer or Crawford. Ain't neither one of them no less popular than they was. They both finna make another big pile of money and fight on. So when you fighting on the top level and you at the top level now it can't be your first or second. It can't be your first title shot or your first defense, first second defense. and you losing the belts that quick. No, you gotta show that you what you're supposed to be. But once you establish yourself, a loss or two against another A-level fighter is not going to, it ain't going to hurt you. It's only going to help you because you can gave the fans what they want to see. And, I really believe when they fight again, it's going to be a much better fight. I'm even expecting Spence to probably get the victory in this next one. I really think it's going to be three fights. I think it was always going to be three fights. I don't think either one of them was going to just be able to keep beating the other. Well, we'll see when they fight again. Maybe Bud can prove it wrong. But it's very hard to beat real good fighters twice in a row like that. It happens. They ain't gonna say it can't happen, but you know, a lot of times it ain't gonna go down like that. I mean, we gonna see. Like I said, I mean, I just see what a lot of people that, especially people that haven't boxed before, don't realize strategy play a big deal in a boxing match. And if you on a high level fighter, you can come in there with a strategy to to beat a guy that's a better boxer than you. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, you think everybody that win is always the best boxer. No, sometimes, but you got to be able to set them up to get them up out of there. You got to do the right things. You gotta have it's gotta be a plan specific against a certain level of fighter. And I really believe if they didn't realize it before, they damn sure see it now. You can't treat them like you treat the rest of these dudes. Bud is for real, and if they didn't know it, they motherfucker know it now. And I really believe the next time Spence gonna come in there ready to go, ready to fight, and ready to get his boy some real competition. And win, lose, or draw, I think it's gonna be a better fight next time. Either way it go, but he definitely just because he lost one fight, hell, they talking about he need to retire. All this old stupid shit people been saying. I mean, people just really, really, they'll say anything. Sometimes I ain't gonna tell you no lie. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, to like or subscribe. Till next time, it's your man Spill Dog. I'm out.